Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
While you're in sunny Florida, be sure to visit
WARlando! Enter into a world of epic adventure.
Hello and welcome to WARlando. This is Adam. Beside me I have Mark.
Hey, what's going on?
And Nicholas.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. This is our first time getting together to record this year.
Yeah. This year, the first time out of the gate.
2021.
2021 has felt so long already.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh my God.
It really has.
Yeah.
First 5 days were going well.
Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, we have to talk about it just a little bit. This is January 7th, and for the last 2 days, all we've seen on the news is the domestic terrorists storming the Capitol building. Just an absolute anarchist riot.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it's just definitely been an interesting couple of days. I'm shocked that everybody else is so shocked that something like this happened.
I know. When it started, it looked to me like, oh, okay, this is just, it's just really angry people blowing off steam. They're just causing a ruckus. But no, I mean, multiple people dead, tons and tons of property damage, police officers beat up.
Yeah, you see some of the video that's come out. Some of them are like chasing down the Capitol Police and pushing at the barriers that they were at. And,
macing the cops with bear mace.
Yeah. I liked it better when we were just worried about murder hornets. Can we bring back the murder hornets? And
Oh my God. Yeah, people.
I remember spending the afternoon wondering if what I had in my back porch was a murder hornet. Like, what happened to those days? Yeah. I was like taking pictures and like identifying the back and like comparing, and then I'm like, oh no, it's not a 3-inch long hornet. It's just a 2.5-inch long hornet. So it's not.
It's just a
we're fine.
Hornet.
Yeah,
which they all are.
So apparently in Florida they have these cicada killers, is what they're called.
Oh yeah.
And they're like 3/4 of the size of a murder hornet, but they're big.
Yeah, biggins.
Yeah. So, but not a murder hornet.
That's good.
It didn't have bloodlust in its eyes.
You could tell. Do you go out there with some kind of like psychiatric tool, a questionnaire saying, how do you feel about your mother? That's how you track it down.
Tell me about your relationship there.
Yeah, me and Jamie played good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
So you finally broke it down.
Yep.
Admit it.
Finally broke it down. Where did you come from? What flowers have you been on? Tell me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I saw there's that whole 2020 bingo card. Now there's the 2021 bingo card of like all the things that are going to go wrong. And this thing at the Capitol, that's like zombie apocalypse. It's like that's how people described it. Just zombies just pushing their way through.
Yeah. Mindless. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah. And instead of going brains, they were just
Trump.
I just fail to understand the worship of a politician. I mean, the worship.
It's a cult. It is absolutely a cult.
I'm critical of those that I vote for. I don't feel, I always felt there was nothing wrong with holding everyone accountable for their actions.
Right.
Imagine that instead of it. But it seems like nowadays we just give everybody a pass, especially when we're involved with it. I feel like a lot of people, they're like, well, I voted for him. That's a part of me. So, and saying it's wrong, well, that's admitting that I'm wrong. So, but that's a wonderful thing about humans. Well, I guess some humans that they can admit that they're wrong and maybe change their ideas and go from there. So, but hey, what the hell do I know?
Yeah, and that's where that leadership led. And he took these people, these mentally vulnerable people, emotionally vulnerable people, and turned on their rage and just set them loose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's man. Yeah. Trial by combat.
Yeah.
I was listening to that. I'm like, what the hell is this? Is so silly. Really is like some Age of Sigmar 40K shit.
It really is.
Right now.
It's the chaos god letting them loose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure this is all like 2020. The quarantining, the social distancing, all that stuff has led a lot of people to YouTube, down many trails on YouTube, I'm sure.
Many rabbit holes.
Yeah. So some of mine have been these apparently like in Europe they do these full-on melee medieval combat.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're like UFC fights. Like UFC fights,
but like and they can be like 15 on 15 or something like that.
Whoa.
And they're just all decked out in armor, and they've got like axes and swords and whatever, and they just are like, all right, 3, 2, 1, go. And they just like run and chop at each other.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But hardcore. Like these people are hitting each other.
Yeah, people are like full on swinging. It's not like, look, I touched you with my saber, right? Like fencing saber. You're like, it's like, no, it's full on like people hacking at each other. But apparently like when you wear full plate armor, you don't feel that as much. Like you can get hit and obviously fatigued. Like just think how tired they are carrying that stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so there definitely could be some Age of Sigmar sort of like twists to that. You know what I mean? Like
that's so cool.
That's the future when the zombies take over and the ammo runs out. We start donning our full armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
I love it.
Look at
that. Yeah. Sorry for getting on a political tangent. I don't care who you voted for. We all agree that kind of violence and stuff is wrong. Let's put on the armor instead and do it like civilized folk.
Yeah.
In an arena,
which I guess like that type of fighting is going to make its way here because it's really big in Europe, in Eastern Europe. And I think hopefully we'll see like some real good exhibitions. You guys been to any of the local Renaissance fairs, Scottish Highland Games?
Yep. Yeah. Well, this will be the first Scottish Highland Games I missed. I think since I've been down here in Florida. So since they canceled it, this year. So, but I went to all of those, and that was so much fun. And then the Renaissance fairs, like over at the Ringling Museum, over on the Tampa side, Florida. So that's great. Yeah, good stuff.
Hopefully do they do any like medieval times kind of gaming there?
Oh yeah, well I haven't been in quite some time, but I remember we used to take field trips back in high school, and that was like the most amazing thing. And they would actually do jousting matches there, and it was great. They had one jousting match I'll never forget, but they hit so hard, the one guy I guess got knocked out, and he just slid off his saddle, but he was still strapped into the horse, so the horse is still galloping, and his head is just bouncing off the ground, and he's just as limp as can be.
Wow.
I was like, whoa, that is so hardcore.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah. And then they do like a human chess match that was always really cool. So it was a little more theatrical in that sense, but they had people with whips and then when they made the moves, if they the knight was about to take the bishop, then they kind of clear it out and they had a battle. So very kind of medieval times and stuff, but still very cool.
That's cool.
Nice.
I was watching this documentary on hockey goons, and they were talking about in that one they were talking about concussions and how like punching someone in the head can cause a concussion, but hitting their entire body like a full speed check is also very likely to cause a concussion. So I can just imagine that guy getting knocked out by getting hit with that lance. Man, I wonder what state was his brain in when he got hit like that.
Yeah. Man,
it's crazy.
Just rattling around in that helmet is.
Oh,
The Scottish games usually do like they do have like one little roped off area where they have some knights kind of like doing a little bit of that where they do some fighting, but I don't usually ever catch it. I usually always end up showing up like around when they are doing like the caber toss and the toss
the traditional games.
Yeah, so the Scottish traditional games are usually like those events that they have, right? Like throwing the caber and
feats of strength.
Feats of strength. Yep.
Yeah, that's always good. Yeah, I always seem to miss the little knight thing as well. I'm usually in the line for the haggis at that time.
Oh my god, haggis is so good.
I know, man.
I've never had it. I've always wanted to try it.
Yeah. All right. Next year, we'll all go.
2022.
Right. Yeah.
2022. Big gaggle of Warlandos.
Yeah. Yeah. Warlando invades and the Scottish Highland Games.
Nice.
So, 2021. It's here. It's upon us. What were some of your favorite things of 2020?
When the clock rolled over and it was 2021 all of a sudden. But no, I guess there were some really cool things that came out. Let me draw back the the cloud and see what do we have. I mean, a lot of new releases.
Well, the Lumineth.
Yeah.
The Sons of Bahamut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mega Gargants.
Yes.
Oh my God, those are so cool. And the ones that you printed out, Adam.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. Like the printer's been going around the clock printing giants.
Yeah, that is absolutely amazing, and they're so cool. And just like on my table next to some of my smaller ones, it's just mind-boggling. I love it.
Yeah, Nicholas, I printed a handful for you as well. I haven't had a chance to see you, but there's giants coming your way.
Nice. Oh, that'd be so cool. I got a nice little spot in my Gloomspite army.
Ready for a Mega Gargant?
Ready for a Mega Gargant.
Excellent. Nice little spot, huh?
I did play one game on Tabletop Simulator using the Mega Gargant, and he moves, man. Like by the second turn, he was in the enemy backfield.
Yeah, because which one did you play? Which variant?
I played the one. I think I played the War Stomper.
War Stomper. That's the one. That's the one I can take in my armies.
Yeah,
as well.
And he can move like 10 inches. So if you think about that, 2 turns of movement is he's gone 20 inches.
Yeah.
And then he's charging.
And that doesn't include running or charging. Like, yeah.
No, but the first turn I did run with him because he wasn't in range to charge. So the first turn I ran with him a full run.
Yeah.
So he moved 16 inches. Then round 2, he moved 10 inches. So he moved 26 inches across the board.
Holy.
And then charged. He had an easy charge.
And they have that ability too, where they can step over other troops, right?
Yep.
Nice.
So especially that first turn, if you're trying to just get him to move, if you were to run him full, he's a hero, so he can use a command point and run full. He doesn't have to be near another hero. And if he goes 16 inches, he definitely can walk over a line of units. So I think when people do that little daisy chain of guys, no problem, just walk right over.
Yeah.
So cool.
I think that's a good mechanic to mess with that sort of play style where people love to just like do the daisy chain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you got to do more of a snake, maybe.
And most of them have I don't know about the Mega Gargants, but the regular Gargants have that rule where you can put one in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can just pick one out of that daisy chain, and that would really mess up somebody's day too. All of a sudden they're out of.
Oh, that is, yeah.
Yeah, the Mega Gargant can pick a model up and throw it.
That's right.
At other models.
Yeah, that's the War Stomper one.
Yeah,
I know specifically.
Yeah, so he can like pick up a guy and try to throw him at another guy.
That's so
which
awesome.
is great.
So that would be cool. Yeah, just kind of completely pluck them out of there, and then cause them to split the unit.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Then they can't. Yeah. Then they can't move. You know, all they can do is move closer to each other, or they can't move at all.
yeah.
And yeah, battle shock. You lose half the unit. That's could be really devastating.
Yeah. So he's so he's definitely so I think the Mega Gargants will be fun. The Gloomspite got some love in the White Dwarfs.
Yeah.
They've been releasing like White Dwarf like allegiances for the different Gloomspite. So originally when the book first came out, you could theme your army to have like a Trogoth boss or a Trog boss, and then you can take Trogoths as like battle line. But there was just no love for like doing that completely, right? There was no like, why would I? All these other armies have all these other allegiances you can choose. So they kind of updated that by releasing a White Dwarf with an allegiance specifically. One was for spiders, one was for the squigs, and then one was for the Trogoths.
Yeah.
So that's neat.
Nice. Yeah, that is cool. I like those little supplements they put out.
Yeah.
It makes it worth getting the book.
Totally.
It's one thing. It's fun to read about Warhammer, so it's worthwhile to get the White Dwarf for that. But then to also get new rules and new allegiance abilities. That's a really nice thing to get. It makes the book worth its money.
Yeah, that's good. Have you been getting your books? Like an issue with the magazines? Did you go back to the actual physical copies again, Adam?
I subscribed again. Yeah, I'm just like an abused spouse. I keep coming back for more.
Third time.
Yep. And of course, it was right after I signed up for it again. They had another special, something like $90 for a year. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then then COVID happened. So like here I am at home with nothing to do, and there's no book coming because they were affected by COVID too. So
man, you can't win.
No.
Yeah, I do get the physical copies, but the store that you and I shop at, Mark, the collective, they do like you can do an annual membership, and the annual membership gives you $5 off one item a month, plus like one item can be like 20% off or something like that or whatever. But I use that $5 off for the White Dwarf, so it makes it like half price.
Nice. Do you guys ever talk to them about this show? Tell them, like, hey, we need a sponsor.
Yeah. No, I have talked to him. I actually talked to him right when I did I did the annual subscription in like February, I think, of last year. So that was like right before this happened.
Yep.
And we were talking, and he showed me like this back room that he cleared out. It's got a nice table. He was like, I'm trying to get people to come in here and play table games. I'm trying to do this. He wants to move to a bigger store, but who knows if that's going to happen? Like
it is.
Oh, it is.
It is, yeah. I spoke with him the other day, and I guess I want to say like in February. I don't know when exactly, but they're moving across the I-4 area, and then over by Congo River, the miniature golf place.
I know that's good for you, but it's not for me.
No, it's not. It's a little further, yeah. So,
I hate crossing I-4. It's such a messy intersection.
Is that Altamont Boulevard, like that area?
Yeah, Altamont, like 436 and I-4.
Yeah.
And then they're moving across it.
Yeah.
Away from me, but to your side, right?
No. They'll be moving away from me as well.
Oh, okay.
But I'll probably head down 436 and maybe cruise around the mall and avoid that big I-4 intersection.
Yeah.
That's a war zone.
Yeah, that intersection sucks.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law loves Kobe, and this is actually his birthday just happened, but every year he wants to go to Kobe, and he says that's the best one. He lives like 5 minutes from me, but he wants to go to the Kobe that's like an hour away. This is the best one in town.
That is their white sauce is the best.
They have the best
hands
there.
down. Hands down.
They say it's the best staff of all the ones in town. That's the one I want to go to.
Hey, when you have that kind of spectacle during your meal, that makes a difference.
Yeah. They got the onion volcano, and he throws a shrimp in his hat.
Yeah. And then you get like the squirt bottle of sake. Did you have that?
Oh no, but that sounds great.
Yeah. He was shooting like doing shots. He would squirt the bottle and stuff, and
And then he like
in
squirt
people's, mouths.
That's probably frowned on now. That might be one of the practices they discontinue.
Yeah.
And just the whole like communal dining in general, like COVID. Like you don't want to sit at a table 1 foot away from a complete stranger while you're eating. Can't do that anymore.
Well, that's not stopping anybody.
Yeah, true.
Not here in Florida. We're like Mad Max down here.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man.
Rules don't apply.
Yeah.
No.
Anything you say isn't true.
Well, it's
Doesn't
yeah.
exist.
We are Florida, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida man. We are Florida man.
Oh,
But
one of the pictures
anyway,
from the
so I think he would be fine with he'd be cool with us shooting some battle reports in there and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be
And,
great. Yeah, once we can get it going,
Yeah.
be safely back in there.
So
Yeah,
yeah, that'd
It's
be
gonna
great.
a bigger shop. So what about you, Adam? I know you. Oh no, it was Marathi.
Yeah.
I enjoying that.
Well, I haven't had a chance to play with it yet.
Yeah, well, I know, but still, I'm sure
I'm-
you'd have them on your table.
I'm excited about that because playing Marathi in games, I want to leave her as a sorceress because I really liked her power to just shoot spells out and just dominate the
Yeah.
magic phase, hero phase. But her shadow dragon form, that was always strategically was the more useful thing for me to do in a lot of scenarios where I could just like change it to the dragon, fly her onto an objective, and then just someone spends the rest of the game trying to get her off that objective.
Yeah, that didn't work so well.
No, it's really hard to do. And a lot of those scenarios that favor a hero being on the objective, you have to take, or scenarios where you have to take the objective by killing a hero. Yeah, she would just sit there all day, and it was great. So now the option to do both, the best of both worlds, I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, we're not. No, I see Nicholas shaking his head. It's like, yeah, no, that's gonna suck a lot.
come on.
Adam's gonna be over there laughing, just having a good old time,
Yeah.
laughing away.
Remember that game where I was just chasing Marathi with Gotrek?
Yeah, I know. And you're like, yeah, Marathi and Gotrek are going to fight. And I just kept flying her away.
Right.
Yeah.
So he had to go pick on other people, but he could just never get close enough to Marathi. She kept moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's worth more points than Gotrek. At that point, she was only worth the 420 to his 580. Now she's 600. Now I think it's a fair fight.
Yeah.
We got to do Sigmar Dome. We keep talking about it. We got to get this together.
We gotta start that.
I know.
Too many
things
great
to be done.
opportunities to actually pit them together. Actually see how they play out.
And now, when it's all been taken away, it's to think all these ideas we've had for different video ideas and all this stuff. It's now that we can't do it.
Oh my God. People, I keep talking to people and just my jaw drops whenever someone says, I'm so excited about the vaccine, but I'm not going to get it. Just damn it. All we have to do is just at once, if we all were able to take the vaccine within a few days of each other, that'd be it. Goodbye, Corona,
Right.
I get it, but I'm going to be, as soon as I'm able, I'm going to get the vaccine. I'm not worried about side effects. I'm worried about getting life back to normal.
Yeah, that's with any vaccine. That's with any vaccine. I had the rabies vaccine, and they had a whole list, a laundry list of possible side effects.
Yeah.
And it happens. Small percentage. Somebody's going to have an allergic reaction. Somebody's going to do that. And I tell you what, I had nothing. My arm wasn't even sore.
Yeah.
I figured at least the site where the injection would, be sore and stuff. And it was absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And now I can fight bats and wrestle mongooses, and I have no issues.
Yeah.
So,
Come at me, bro.
Mark, bat fighter.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. Just go out there and do it. All right, don't be God damn.
I
I keep hearing this stuff. And I loved it, and it really hit home. It was like, yeah, vaccine. I'm not going to get it, but did you hear the McRib is back? You're worried about what's in the vaccine, but come on, really?
Right.
Just do it. Nobody's trying to track you. Nobody's.
Oh my God!
Come on.
Someone's worried about getting a chip put in them. Meanwhile, we all carry at least our phone with us all the time. It's like it's listening to us. It knows where we're going. It knows how fast we're driving.
And I'm sorry to be a downer or anything, but yeah, anybody would track you. Yeah, they don't care about you.
No.
All right, I'm sorry. They know. Yeah, you're not that interesting. All right. So.
Oh my God. Mark, you saying you're ready to fight bats. I'm picturing you running out into the backyard, ripping your T-shirt like Hulk Hogan, but then just like jumping up and down, trying to catch bats out of the air.
Right. Yeah, bat fight. What about the cool like flying and transforming part?
Nicholas, you saw What We Do in the Shadows, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The trick is you have to yell bat, and then you turn into a bat.
Then you turn into it. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Love it. Wish I could do that.
So we
Make life so much more interesting.
We're all in agreement that the Mega Gargant, that's the model of the year.
I think so. It's just so much fun. I think just the epic size of it. I think that's what, and it's a beautiful model. It really is.
And the versatility.
Yeah.
3 kits in one.
Yeah.
3 different ways you can build the one kit. More than 3 ways. I mean, 3. There's the 3 suggested ways, like the War Stomper and the Gate Crasher. And what was the third one?
The Kraken Eater.
Kraken Eater. So you can build it how they'd have it designed to build, or you can mix and match.
Yeah.
You do all kinds of different things.
Yeah. It
great
seems
kit.
like it's a great option just to have, shake things up a little bit.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing against it. Nicholas, you've been on virtual tabletop a lot, right?
Just a little bit here and there. Just playing a few times doing that. Yeah.
So
it's good.
If someone wants to play Age of Sigmar over virtual tabletop, how do they do that?
So there's an application called Tabletop Simulator.
Right.
And that runs on Steam. So there's like a Steam like community site where you can go download all the different like maps and mods. So you just type in, your army, Age of Sigmar, and it'll come up with, your models and stuff that they have. So you add that, to your library, and then when you go to play with somebody else, it loads up a table, and then you can like pull out your army. You can load up your army, and then it's just virtually like dragging and dropping your models on all and just playing. So because it's been like there's been some tournaments that are around Tabletop Simulator. There have been some tables that they've really coded and designed to like there's one that has like this dice mat that goes in front of you, and all you have to do is click like how many D6s you want and what color you want them to be, and they just like appear. Then you grab them and you drop them in this little bowl, and it divides them all up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s and 6s for you. So you can just easily like, you're looking for 3s up, and it's just like it just lays it out for you. It's like, it's not the same as holding dice in your hand and rolling it on the table and models, but it's fun. So
yeah, and to be able to just keep playing,
Yeah, you're right. Just to keep playing is good. I mean, I'd say the hardest thing is just like, if you work from home like I do, you spend all day on your computer, and then you go to play Tabletop Simulator for another few hours on your computer. You know what I mean? It's like, here I am again on my computer.
Yeah.
I like this game because it gets us up and it gets us like hanging out, and it's tactile, you're moving models, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Having drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, can't wait to get back to it. I know it's going to be a little bit, but I can't wait to get back to it.
Yeah, same here.
And
so what are you guys prepping to get back to it?
Giants.
Giants, yes, all the Giants.
Are you gonna have a whole army?
I've printed a whole army. Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna bring a Sons of Bahamut army to the table.
I haven't painted them yet, and it's still been making small, subtle tweaks on the printer to get really good quality prints of the ones I have been printing. So I've got a bunch that are like a little flimsy and not quite great, but I definitely have enough to I can field 3 Mega Gargants with a couple of little guys, or I can do 1 Mega Gargant with 9 of the regular Gargants. I've got those all printed out. So
Nice. Cool.
On the ones that come out flimsy, those could be like really good, like maybe not terrain pieces so much as like
accents on your base. Yeah. Yeah.
just
Break their hands off.
Gotrek holding up a Mega Gargant head or something like that. Like, that'd be so good.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I got some epoxy sculpt stuff, so I think I'm going to be able to, like, at least for the ones that are pretty good, I can just, make little patches, take some of the green stuff, green stuff epoxy, or some of this other epoxy sculpt stuff that I've got. I think even the flimsy ones are still going to be somewhat usable, but that's a great idea. Like, the way the files are broken up, I can just print a bunch of heads and have heads all over the different bases, or put them on spikes outside of a village.
Yeah. No way. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Or in a cart. Somebody just has like a cart of like Gargant pieces.
Yeah, like they're taking their cart, their farmer going down to the market.
Bring out your dead.
Yeah, I've been really pleased with the printer, and like finally, the one that was the hardest one to do. I know you guys saw the pictures of it, but it was a giant throwing a rock like a football. He's like leaning back to throw it. Mm-hmm. That one was the hardest one to get a good print, but I didn't even have to change settings. I just had to rotate the angle on which it was printing, and I had to try it. I tried a bunch of different ways until I got an angle where everything actually printed right.
Yeah.
So.
Man, I bet you're learning a lot.
It's just learning patience. It's amazing what you can print. Like you got I left this thing going all overnight. Now I saw this like big just pile of filament sitting on the print bed. But yeah, for the most part, like all those things available on Thingiverse, there's so many things that you can print.
Yeah.
For the $230 that it costs, I think it's well worth it if you like printing little things. Like if you're a Lego collector, you can print all kinds of stuff to accent existing Lego stuff that you already have.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I bet it's just awesome for terrain too.
Yeah.
Well, I printed an entire fort.
Yeah.
I've got this like village fort that's 4 feet wide. You can rearrange it into could be a small square. You can put it on the corner on the table, or you go all the way across a 4-foot table with this wall. So I'm really looking forward to doing siege battles. Like we can have one of us picture the dwarven army inside the fort with the Gargants coming to storm the fort and trying to climb over the wall.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
it's like hurdles for them.
Right, exactly. Just to step over it. You guys,
that'd be fun.
Do you guys see the show called Attack on Titan?
I know of it. I have not watched it.
It's an anime so unique and so interesting, where it's just these giants have conquered the earth, and they're these big, naked, grinning things that just walk along and just pick people up and just eat them. Yeah, and they're for the most part they're all just dumb. They all just wander around finding people and eating them, and the rest of the show is about the people that learn how to fight them and kill them. It's on Netflix. It's anime, and it's
Remember the Titans? Is that what it's called?
Attack on Titan.
Oh,
I think Remember the Titans was something else.
Close. It was close.
Yeah, highly recommend Attack on Titan. It's just visually just so stunning. The horror of seeing these grinning giants just picking up people and eating them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's twisted fun.
Yeah, that'd be good inspiration before we get into our Gargant battle.
Yeah, start painting these guys. All the prints I'm using are from this guy called Duncan Shadow. And Nicholas, you're the one that pointed him out. Do you remember how you found him?
I think it was like somebody on the Facebook group or something like that showed it off. and it was like, oh yeah, these look cool.
Yeah, and yeah, they're super cool. They all print really well. Like regular Gargant size ones were a little finicky. I had to just find the right print angles, but now that I've found them, I can just keep printing them at that with the correct orientation.
Yeah. Oh man, I feel like if I get a printer, I've been so back and forth.
I'm getting one?
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna have so much stuff.
I know.
I'm just gonna keep printing. I'm gonna be like, oh, that's so cool. Print it.
I know.
Print
Like once you've got the file, a spool of filament lasts for ages, and it's like you can get a good spool of filament for $20. So it's for like once you already have the files, like the $20 to just have like this big pile of miniatures that you could print out. You know,
That sounds very appealing.
yeah, it does. But like, I could definitely see getting bogged down with it. Like, oh, I've run out of places to put this stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's me currently. Running out of places to put this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been working on trying to finish my Gloomspite Gits and trying to finish my 2,000 point army there, not counting the mega. Like I can easily put the mega in, but I'm trying to finish 2,000 points of what I have. And so I've gotten a pretty good headway into it, you know, with all those little grots and stuff. You know, there's just so many goblins to paint.
Yeah.
So just sending them through the assembly line, you know what I mean? Like,
would you rather
skin,
paint?
Click.
Would you rather paint 20 goblins or one Gargant?
Oh, I definitely rather paint one big model because I feel like I just, you know, it's kind of like when you're like you feel so much more accomplished. I feel like maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Because like when you're painting a whole bunch of little models, it's hard to really see the fruit of your labor until they're all done.
Yeah.
And then it's like you could paint one big model usually in like a couple nights, right? So like 1-2 nights, you could have a really big model painted, and then you're like, oh, holy cow, look at that guy. He's so big. He's so cool. He's done. That's what it was like with Nagash. Like Nagash, it was like, oh, once I finally sat down and assembled him, I painted him in like one night. It was just like done. And then there he is just on the shelf, like, I'm Nagash. And yet I have like 100 skeletons and they're like 70% done, but still like that other 30% just makes me feel like, you know, like I've not done anything. Like, so anyway, I like the big models. I like to just get the little ones done as fast as I can. And then, so what I am excited about is I picked up the Dankhold Trog boss. Who's the troll hero.
Yeah.
And he, with the new allegiance with one of the White Dwarf, I can make him, or, you know, like originally you can take him and I can take the trolls as battle line. So I think I'm going to try to do a version of the list where I run him and I run the trolls and the goblins and stuff like that. But so I'm excited to get him done. And I've been working on my trolls. All my trolls are Reaper.
Yeah.
So that'll be unique to this army is all those units are all Reaper models. So I'm getting pretty good with that. And one of the reasons, though, is like I want to, now that, I mean, it's been so long since I've played. I'm just like, I want to play.
I know.
And so there's these like solo missions, which I know to people who play competitively that sounds lame, but like if you have any sort of narrative, you know, bone in your body, like these should be pretty fun. And I like, and so I think there's a couple of things. There's a couple of these that they listed in the on the website, so you could go download, right, for free.
Yeah.
Play the solo missions. But then in one of the recent White Dwarfs, they have like a solo campaign that you can run, or a co-op, you know, with somebody else. And it's hero based, which is interesting. So you just grab a group of heroes. So I thought, man, with the GHB that came out with the hero builder,
yeah,
this solo campaign Like, that should be pretty fun. Like, that would be a great reason to use that hero builder. Like, build up your hero, mod him how you want to. You know what I mean? Like, build him from the ground up, and then build a couple of them from the ground up, and then play through the solo mission and just have fun, customizing and building a model.
Yeah.
Running against some troops that you have.
Do some like weapon swaps and put shields on different models,
Yeah, because no matter like what army you already have, those can be the bad guys. Then you just go get a couple of hero models from whatever you want and fight them against the army you already have. So you don't need lots of armies to do something like that, right? You just need the one army you have, or everybody usually has that second army that they don't want to tell you about, or whatever, third or fourth or whatever. So, but anyway, so that's what I want to do, and I've been itching to get the camera out. I've been itching to do a battle report. So I was like, what if I just did like a solo battle report?
That's a great idea.
Try to do it like cinematic. Try to do it narrative, just to see how it turns out.
And we
just a little bit.
You remember when we did that X-Wing game?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a remote X-Wing game, and I moved all the pieces.
Oh, yeah.
We
could totally do something like that.
Yeah, if you're up for it, maybe we get the three of us. We each have a hero. We just tell you what we want to do, and you move them around on the table. If you want to take that on, that on, Nicholas.
Yeah, you should. We should.
Yeah.
You guys should, if that's what you want to do, you should build your own model.
Yeah.
And then drop them off at my house and.
Yeah. Wait the 10 days for quarantine.
Yeah, that's all right.
And then.
Yeah, how long does it live on a surface? It's only supposed to be a few hours on a surface, right? Depending on the surface.
Yeah,
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I've heard like a few hours to like a couple of days. So I think you're safe to say like 3 days and it should be gone in normal conditions. And now if you put something in the fridge, I think it'll last longer. You know what I mean? Like,
so if you get deliveries at the house, don't put them in the fridge right away. Don't put your minis in the fridge.
Yeah, exactly. Go put them in the oven, and then
Well, let's keep talking about that, and let's figure out like who should host, because I'm open to being the host for that too.
Okay.
And then however we want to set it up, let's try playing through.
Yeah, we should.
Cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Definitely.
I think that'll be great.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about is like, what kind of campaign do you guys want to run once we're back together? So this could be like in the short term something we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until we're actually
get back to our the one that we were doing.
Yeah, the Warhammer campaign. We were. Yeah. Because we had finished off the one. We at least got into a climax when we end of 2019, that tournament we were or campaign we were doing.
Yeah, well, it kind of came to an end, right? I mean, that first.
You won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, I did.
Champion.
Coming in from behind. Yeah. Yeah. Watching you guys wore off, and he just stole it.
That's it with a 3-player game.
He stole the win.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to get together again and to play some games. But this could be a great option in the short term.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, at least it'll get that itch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And an excuse to paint something that's been on the shelf too.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. Get some heroes in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like it. All right, I'll have to check that out. Could you send a link to where those?
Let me. I think it's in the White Dwarf. I can.
I think I have it right here. I think it's White Dwarf 458. I think. Let me just look real quick.
Yeah.
I have my White Dwarf in front of me, number 458.
And then if you got the GHB 2020, there's a section in there for the create your own hero, which. I understand why that isn't going to hold up in a tournament setting, but it's a cool concept.
Well, yeah, especially for a narrative and the things that we like to do,
Well, and I think that adds, like, I think in the long run, like, the hero may not be as strong as a hero you may be able to pick off the shelf when it gets up in points, but I think that adds to the complexity. Like, we want a little bit of a challenge, right? We don't want to just win too easy if we're we want a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
I'm playing a lot of Dark Souls, and you know what I mean. Like we want pain, we want suffering, we want to throw the controller at the wall.
I grew up with a guy, when he played the original Nintendo, he would, if he lost, he'd run into a problem playing like Kung Fu or whatever it was we were playing, he would just start punching his controller. He would just get so mad and start punching it, like controller right in his hand.
Well, yeah, no wonder why you lose and you trash and the buttons don't work anymore.
So, yeah, that could be our homework assignment. Put together a hero that we want to play, and then we'll figure out how we're going to do the campaign.
Yeah.
Or at least even if it's just one evening of playing through that White Dwarf campaign. Yeah, it's issue 458, page
Excellent.
94.
All right, cool. All right, thanks for that.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And then and it's got a way to and it's not something that has to be you don't have to have like a DM or anything like that. It's all like autoerotic. Yep. And I think we'll have a lot of fun with that.
Well, no, yeah, the dice rule the game, right? So
right, the dice rule what bad guys you fight, and if your guy gets hurt, and if it survives to the next battle, and all this kind of stuff. And I've been reading some of those Warhammer old world RPG books. And it might even be fun to like after reading one of those missions, even though I kind of know the mission, it would still be fun to run the mission. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe as if we really like this, we could take the next step could be, maybe I just host and run the camp. I don't DM it per se, because it can still be decided by the dice, but I kind of lead the story. You know what I mean? I set up the next piece, and although I kind of know what the next piece is, it's still gonna be fun and challenging to fight it.
I've got the just came in the mail recently too, the Age of Sigmar Soulbound RPG.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very good. You've been waiting for that for a while now. Huh?
Yeah, because I bought it pre-order back in late March, early April.
Yeah.
And it just came a couple weeks ago.
All right, good. I'm glad that came in.
Yeah, it's well worth it, I think. I haven't had a chance to play it, but the book itself, if you were going to line up your D&D Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master's Guide, and the Monster's Manual, it's pretty close. It's definitely as much as the Player's Handbook and the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Oh, wow.
All in that one book. Nice. With a lot of monsters and stuff, too, and there's a short adventure in there.
Excellent. Very good.
Yeah.
I still have my model here, the Isharon Soul Scryer.
Oh, right.
So I need to finish putting him together. Maybe he'll be my solo
campaign guy?
Maybe he'll be somebody. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I kind of don't like the staff that he holds. Yeah. He kind of has this. It's kind of like a holiday sort of trinket.
Yeah.
Well, wind chime.
Yeah, it's like a wind chime. It's like a Christmas Hanukkah wind chime kind of thing, and doesn't quite.
It's very fanciful.
It doesn't quite scream grimdark. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a good excuse to customize them. Yeah, maybe give them a sword or something.
Totally. Yeah. Hey, maybe we can all do our heroes in the likeness of the RPG.
Yeah.
That we were going to do, the Soulbound.
Yeah.
And kind of run through the solo adventure, and that might lead us into, when we get around to actually playing.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Something like that.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, cool.
So if you were going to start a new army in 2021, say money's no object, what army would you want to start?
Oh, let's see. What you think?
Well, I've got the Sons of Bahamut I'm working on.
Yeah.
So that'd be my first choice of a new army.
I'm thinking maybe Hedonites.
Hedonites. The Hedonites have so much cool stuff coming out right now.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah, did you see that chariot thing?
Yeah, that pleasure barge. It reminded me of Return of the Jedi.
Yes, it does look like Jabba sitting up there.
Jabba's pleasure barge.
Yeah, man, that thing is that looks intense. That looks so detailed.
Yeah, there's a lot of He Knights of Slanesh stuff coming out right now.
Yeah. I'm thinking that would probably be the new army if money was no object, because I have none of that stuff. So that would be a good one to pick for
just
me.
money and time. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
You have to have
That's it. Money and time.
lots of money and lots of time.
Yeah,
You can do
Equals
this.
plastic.
usually the two don't go hand in hand.
I think
Man.
I'd probably go. I think I'd enough Deepkin. Because I don't know. I kind of like the idea of that war turtle,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool model.
like the little sharks and the little eels, and I think their rules kind of improved a little bit. I'm not huge on like whether their rules are good or not.
Yeah.
I like model ranges that have diversity to it. You know what I mean? I'm hesitant on something like Sylvaneth or something, just because I feel like, everything's just a tree variant. And to maybe trees, they're very different. But to me, they're not very different.
When it comes to like,
What are you talking about? I mean, that's a willow, that's an oak,
Yeah.
obviously,
a birch.
Yeah.
an Arbor Day celebration.
Yeah. So I like the idea of Ideneth when it's just like, oh, there's a turtle, or there's this guy riding a wave. There's this, these foot soldiers.
The sharks and the
There's a
eels.
shark. Yeah. But like Fire Slayers, for example, I like dwarves, but I like that Magmadroth model.
Yeah.
That's really great.
But that's about it. Like, other than that, it's just a bunch of Slayers.
Well, they've
And
got
I think
that. They got that neat
They're
terrain
wide
feature.
range.
Yeah, the terrain feature is cool. I could just buy that and
Yeah.
just like put it on the table. Be
Yeah.
like, this is a cool forge or something,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't think I need the whole army just to play with the forge. But anyway, yeah, the chaos stuff, Slaves to Darkness stuff looks really cool.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to slaves.
Yeah.
Slaves, yes, I think.
I mean, other than like the Stormcasts, the Slaves to Darkness are like what you picture when you think, like, just think when we first started looking at Warhammer at all, like
Yeah.
the Slaves to Darkness, the Chaos Warriors, those are like icons.
Yeah, that's the poster boys right there of chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That helmed figure just marching in, heavy boots, shield up,
Yeah.
So there's this book that I bought. Like GW did this, like, hey, buy now, right? We'll do this like one-time reprint of all these like old book, like short story books they used to do called Inferno.
Yeah.
I didn't buy those because I was like, well, that's going to be all like old world stuff. I want like Age of Sigmar stuff, right? And so I checked, and they do have like current Infernos. I think that was the point,
Oh.
right? It was like, hey, if you really like these, then check out the new ones we have. So I bought one. I bought the first one, and it's like a book of short stories, right?
Yeah.
And it's both like 40K AOS. It's got some like Necromunda in there and different stuff like that. And but one of the Age of Sigmar stories was pretty neat, where it kind of like followed like these individual people like in this sort of battle that they were in. And one was like a spellcaster, and one was like, she was like the fighter. One was like he was this king. He just became emperor, and he was like kind of like a coward. He was a little bit of a, and he's trying to like find his courage kind of thing.
Yeah.
But a story about chaos, and chaos is like fighting empire, and it's really interesting because like the empire's getting trashed. This city's falling, like the chaos is breaking in to the city, and so they're fleeing. They're fleeing to a realm gate to escape to Azir.
Oh.
But they have to make this choice. They're split into two groups. One of them can make it to the realm gate. The other one is going to get caught up by all these chaos. So the fighter is like, screw you guys. I'm not going to flee. So she runs to the other group to help fight, because they know they're going to get caught up with, while the rest of them like run to the realm gate. They, like the group that gets caught up to, they're getting slashed, they're getting hacked, things are going bad, like things are not looking good. The other group gets to the realm gate. It's been like turned off.
No way. That's so cool.
So they're like, oh no. And so they're like, well, fuck it. Let's just like kill as many of these chaos people as we can. You know, we're going to die anyway. So they turn around, they muster the courage, they run back into the fight, and they win that little battle. Then they all limp back to the realm gate. And they try to like open up the realm gate, and the giant chaos host catches up to them. It's like what they thought they were fighting. No, that was like the spear tip. Now the chaos host comes up, but they're like, it's full of all these people they know. They're like,
They've been converted.
There's those people from that kingdom. There's those people from that kingdom. There's those people from that kingdom. What are they doing here? And then this kind of like, this guy walks up to kind of like parlay with them, you know, just to like talk to them, or you know, kind of give them like a couple of like you know, give them a chance to give up, you know, surrender before we come trash you. And it's just this interchange between like this chaos like officer, basically like, who are you going to run to? He's closed the realm gate on you. He's like, you know, and then the story tells you the internal struggle of the heroes that are like, they look and they're like, why would we join this person? Like this is chaos. But Sigmar turned his back to us. Like these guys are inviting us to be a part, and the guy just talks them into it. Lo and behold, in the end, they end up agreeing to go with the chaos god. Or not the guy, the chaos officer. And it's funny because they talk like what's going on in their head. They're like, they don't like this guy. And the guy's like, you don't have to like me. Yeah. And you just have to join me for the betterment of like destroying Sigmar kind of thing. And so you can just like their mental struggle of they want to kill this guy the second they get, but they're going to join anyway. So then like most of their force is like traitors, and so their first thing is they're told to like turn on to their own people.
Oh wow!
And they have to turn around and like slaughter all the. Anyway, it's just like it's so
great.
Good.
Where did you read it?
Great.
It's called Inferno.
Did you get a physical book, or did you find it somewhere online to read it?
Yeah, you can buy it from the Warhammer digital site.
Gotcha.
For your iPod or something. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, it was just interesting. So
I like I like the stories about Sigmar. How he's not a good guy.
Nah, he's a dick.
Yeah, and he you know, he caused a lot of death and a lot of strife to fight chaos. You know, and there's definitely a lot of good people that I'm sure he drove into the arms of chaos. It sounds like one of those stories.
It's his own fault.
The one guy, like one of their officers, like they were the leaders, right? And they turned and were like, you know, went and killed their own people essentially who didn't turn. Yeah. And the one, like the next in command guy that led them to fight back, he gets cut down. And immediately after he gets cut down, it talks about how he just like the lightning bolt comes and sucks him up. So he's the only one that made it.
Yeah. Because now he's a Stormcast.
Because he was loyal.
Yep.
And just to think that if those guys had actually remained loyal, they probably would have gotten sucked up to his ear.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, was that a test? Was it like a Sigmar test? Like, I'll close the realm gate? It sounds to me very familiar to some other gods I know.
Yeah.
But it's like this sort of... but it's like this test that is like, you know, hey, show me you can do it, and then I'll take you. But not the easy way.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's good. You should check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Inferno.
And it's just like 20 pages or something, you know? So it's like a small story that you can
a little bite-sized story. No, that's great.
That's awesome. So I guess we've got a homework assignment to pick out a hero we're going to play, and then we got to figure out how we're going to do how we're going to play our game.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
Cool.
Come up with some ideas. We'll share them. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll kick it off.
Any last words you'd like to pass on to your Warhammer fandom?
man, just keep plugging along, keep marching forward. Just I know everybody's got their New Year's hobby resolutions. Just hey, I know maybe last year you didn't get them done, but yeah, don't worry about that. Just have fun with it.
Yeah, just do what's fun. One of the things.
Just have fun. Don't make it a job. All right.
Nicholas, you were talking about, focusing on one model. I feel like all the mass producing that I've done of like trying to do big Daughters of Cain models and doing a bunch of orc models, I think I want to like slow down and focus on just one model to get back to basics and start like go back to where I started, like how really reevaluate the whole process of painting and the craft, and it's just starting over again, maybe try some new techniques and some new challenges to just do something different. I like that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I agree. I'm organizing all my paints right now, so
oh good. that makes life so much easier being organized.
It really does. It was time. Yeah.
And when it's all nice and neat, it energizes you to like dive in. All of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah. So I guess maybe if anything, maybe that's the first thing everybody should do. Just clean out your space.
Yeah.
Just get it organized. Get it the way you like it. Get it to the way it feels good, and then dive in from there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's a really good idea. A really good place to start a new project. Start a new project with a nice, clean, organized space ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels good.
Yeah. Or if you don't have the space, like I've seen a lot of people put together a tray, like a paint tray, where they'll have a row in the back where they can put their paints and a place to put their water cup and their brushes and something that you can store easily, but when it's time to paint, you get it out, you put it on your TV tray or your coffee table and dining room table if you don't have a dedicated space for it.
Yeah, because I know it's hard to, you don't need that, giant wall of, paint racks and everything and, all the holders for the paintbrushes. You can have like a little toolbox with everything in there.
Yeah.
And just, get it out and, set it up nicely and there you go.
Yeah.
So.
That's great.
Yeah,
well,
fellas.
Yeah.
I'm going to organize more.
Thank you guys for doing this. Happy New Year, fellas.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And,
what do the orcs say?
Well, yeah, what do the orcs say when it's a Happy New Year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been an episode of WARlando. To support us, please like and subscribe. Thank you all for listening.